What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video. Today I wanted to give you guys a early heads up of what's possibly going to be the top 5 guns in the video. What I mean with possibly is I played the closed alpha, and these were the best guns during the closed alpha. I wouldn't be surprised if these are also going to be the best guns in the actual alpha that's releasing. However, this could obviously change, so keep this with a pinch of salt. But I want to give you guys a little bit of an early meta to look out for what guns you should be trying to unlock and what you should try out if you want to have a good time beaming players in Delta Force. So keep that in mind. The alpha is released on the 6th of August. All the content you're watching right now is from the closed alpha playtest. So again, things could look a little bit different and the meta could change up a little bit. In case it does, I'll make another video for it. But I think probably these guns are still going to be extremely good in the actual alpha playtest. The first gun we have right now is the Ash 12. This is a heavy damage assault rifle that you unlock a little bit later on, at least in the closed alpha. Again, every information, I'm gonna repeat it, every information I'm giving you guys is based upon the closed alpha. Things could change, so keep that in mind. But you unlock this gun a little bit later on, and it is on the, I believe, the engineer class, if I'm not right. This could also be on the assault class. I would have to take a second look for that. But it's a heavy damage weapon. It's a 3-shot kill with a decent rate of fire. It feels super heavy. You can hear it with the sound. Apparently, this gun was shooting 50 caliber shots each time. Don't know exactly if this is true, but it's an extremely powerful weapon. Also in this game, can 2-shot headshot people if you want to. I noticed when I picked up this weapon, it was a little awkward to use in the beginning because you have to hit your shots. But if you slow down your playstyle a bit, play a little bit more defensive, know where to position yourself, you can take out players from basically any range. Even up close, you'll be out shooting people pretty quickly. You just have to pre-aim a bit. It's not all about movement. Delta Force in general, it's not really all about movement. It's also about positioning. So I think these type of guns are going to be extremely good. I decided to put a scope on it eventually, which was very useful as well. I think a lot of the longer range weapons, once you put a scope on it, are going to be extremely good. So be sure to try that out on the longer range weapons. The recoil doesn't get too bad, including the Ash 12. The gun starts absolutely ripping to pieces once you start unlocking that scope and you start killing some players. Next up, we have the AK-12, which might sound a little bit familiar. We got it in Battlefield 2042 as well. It looks almost the exact same. It's kind of like the AK-47 of the game. It's always a similar type of gun. Doesn't look the exact same, of course. But, however, assault rifle, it's super powerful in the mid-ranges, and I didn't really see that many people use it, but this gun was shredding, especially when the headshots was one of the first guns I tried unlocking a bit and getting some attachments for. It was really good, especially for the mid-range again. For close as well. For longer range, the recoil was a bit weird to get used to, but it should be pretty doable. It's got that mid-range type of recoil where if you go past mid-range, it does get hard to control, but if you hit your shots, it's pretty good because the damage drop-off didn't seem to be too bad. So the AK-12 is for the mid-range people that like to play with assault rifles. Next up, which was a little bit of a surprise, but the AK-74. I feel like this gun is usually kind of a mid-tier classic weapon. It's always kind of good. It's on the SMG class, which is the medic class in this game. It's an extremely good weapon, which came to my surprise, knowing how the game is going to play. It's not the most aggressive game, but the SMGs in this game do actually work very well, including the AK-74. I kind of like to put this longer range scope on it, which was kind of a red dot sight with a little bit of a scope, so you get a little bit extra zoom. But this gun works, again, great from any range. The range on this gun is surprisingly good. It probably has the more longer range out of all the SMG guns in this game. So if you want to play at any range and you want to definitely be able to kill players fast up close, the AK-74 is something for you. The next gun is the MP5, also an all-time classic. I tried this weapon. I think I maxed it out and I got some attachments for it, which was like 3 or 4 laser sights on it, which was absolutely amazing. The gun was shredding, really good hip fire. One of the faster killing SMGs in the game, which also had pretty decent range. The rate of fire on the MP5 is really high in Delta Force, higher than I would say in most games, which made this gun really feel like a proper SMG. So if you're an aggressive player, go and try out that MP5. I think it might be something for you. Now we're coming in with the very best gun in the game, and I only figured out this the very last day of playing the closed alpha. But people were telling me, try out this gun, try out this gun. I saw other streamers play with it, and I must say they were right. The SG552, it is on the recon class with the sniper ones. The classes in this game still work a little bit strange to me. But I still need to figure it out. But if you play with the recon class, you will unlock assault rifles as well. It's mainly about snipers and marksman rifles, but you unlock some assault rifles as well. One of them is the SG552. This gun has one of the highest rate of fires, but the recoil control is not too bad. The damage is pretty good. It's got a little bit of everything. It's probably going to be that standard meta weapon in this game. When I was dying to it from other players, I died extremely fast with that high rate of fire. But the SG552 is kind of a gun that everybody is asking for, you know, low recoil, pretty decent rate of fire, and the time to kill is extremely fast with this weapon. So definitely give this one a go. I think it will be one of the top tier weapons in the game, as long as it's going to be similar to what it was in the closed alpha. The only down part is you have the special abilities from the recon class, which seem to be a little bit more passive. You want to be spotting players with that and not really going up into the war. However, with the SG552, you can do that with the gun, so it's a little bit like you give and you take a bit. It's not the all-time best special abilities, I would say, on the recon class, but the gun itself is absolutely amazing. So that is it. That's the early top 5 that I have for you guys. Hopefully this video was useful. Be sure to subscribe for more Delta Force content, and I would hope to see you guys in the next video.